Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Please subscribe if you haven't yet already. There's a red button beneath me somewhere, and if you click on that you'll be subscribed to my channel. There's also a white bell next to that, and if you click on that you'll get an alert every time I upload new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would make me very happy. Today's video is in collaboration with a wonderful woman out there named Lexie Nycole, who put it out there to me that she was interested in collaborating, and it was really exciting, and I am very excited to be doing it. We decided to do a winter makeup look. I'm focusing on kind of whites and silvers, and we're posting it on the winter solstice, so you may or may not be watching this on December 21st, and you may or may not be in the northern hemisphere. If you're south of the equator, happy summer solstice to you. But yeah, we wanted to put together a winter look and do a little bit of a collaboration. So I will leave a link in the description box down below to her channel and also to her winter video. And if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. All right, I've already done a lot of moisturizing and SPF, even though it is cold outside. And even if you live in a cloudy climate or a snowy climate, you still need to wear SPF every day, especially in the snow. Sometimes in snow you get more damage than you would in the sun because of the reflection. I once got a really terrible burn, like a 2nd degree burn. I'm gonna go in with 9 Lives from the Marc Jacobs The Wild One palette. Yeah, I once got a 2nd degree burn, which is when you get like the blisters and everything under my nose, under my chin, and under my ears when I was skiing one year. So you always need to be using an SPF. Then I'm gonna go in with Dog and Pony with a smaller brush. Just to amp this up a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go in with my small Real Techniques contour brush and with Bearish, just in my crease. All right, now I'm gonna go in with Tarte Pinup. It is a single shadow. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M124 flat brush, and I'm going to press this onto my lid. That is so pretty. It reminds me of snow. And I mean, who am I kidding? I don't have snow. You know what? I'm gonna bring you in. That's better. Yeah, we don't have snow in the Bay Area, but I'm familiar with what snow is. And winter always reminds me of snow. It snowed once when I was a kid and been to the snow, but I'm not normally around it. I don't know why, whenever I put a color on the inner corner of my eye, this eye always gets a little bit kind of smudgy up there. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the Marc Jacobs palette, and I'm gonna go in with Nest Egg number 2. Same brush, I'm just gonna flip it over because I want to build up a little bit of contrast for a halo on the inner corner and outer corner. And we're almost ready for the glitter. All right, I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques blender brush just to blend that out a little bit more. All right, and then for glitter, I'm going to be using one of the Stila Glitter and Glows. I'm gonna use this in Diamond Dust. And I heard Emily Noel 83, she's amazing. I'll also put her channel in the description box down below for when she was using this palette. She has a really pretty tutorial. But she said, and one of the things that is annoying for me about glitter is the transfer situation. I don't like transfer. And she said that, and I've tried this and it works, that if you put it on and let it sit for about 3 minutes and you can kind of feel that it's drying down, that everything is pretty much set. And it does. It's very, very, and I'll put a little bit on my hand right now so I can show you afterwards that it really isn't going to move anywhere. It really doesn't move anywhere, right? This is the shadow before I've done anything, before it dries. So I will show that to you when I'm done so you can really see how much it stays still. So I'm going to apply this just on the center of my lids to give myself kind of a halo. And then I'm going to use my fan. And I'm going to zoom you through that super quickly because watching me dry is boring. But I want you to see that I am taking the time to do that. So going to just apply it in the center of each lid. And I'm trying to keep my eyes kind of closed, looking down. I have a mirror in front of me, but it's below me because I want to keep my eyes as closed as possible. And Emily Noel says, and I've experienced this too, that making sure that you don't put too much on is good, because if you put too much on, it can kind of flake off. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. I'll zoom you through my drying. Okay, and my hand is still drying down. I'll show that to you in a couple of minutes, but so pretty. And I'm really not getting much transfer at all. I'm gonna go back in with the Marc Jacobs and I wanna make it a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go back in with, I'm gonna go in with Catfight, kind of a cranberry color up here in my crease. And then I might want a little more contrast on the sides, just so it's more obvious that the glitter's only in the center. So what do I want to do? I'm actually just going to go in with a little more nest egg, just to amp up the color a little bit more. All right, I'll zoom you through my liner. I'm going to use my Inglot 77 gel liner and a Bdellium Tools 706 brush. And I generally use gel liner when I'm working with glitter. And I also use gel liner a lot in the winter. My eyes get very teary in the cold and in the wind, even if I'm not in the snow. And gel holds up longer than liquid does. All right. All right, eyes are done, and now that some time has passed, I just want to show this to you. I'm rubbing pretty aggressively here. It's moving a little bit, but not much. So this actually, if you let it dry, it does really kind of stay in place. For face primer today, I'm going to be using the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. The look that I go for most often, I would say most of the year, but I think especially in the winter, I'm never trying to be dewy in the winter. I'm always trying to be matte with strategically placed glimmers. I'm noticing too, actually now, I really have no fallout on my cheeks. I didn't clean anything off, and with all of that glitter that came with the Stila, there's just no fallout. All right, so the Ordinary primer, and I do try to strive for matte and then strategically place a shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in Radiant Rose to do a little color correcting. This actually is probably not something that people all over would want to be doing, but I find in the winter my allergies are especially strong because I live in Northern California and I'm outside a lot or the windows are open, and I think there must be something. I've never gone to the doctor to get it checked out. I've never been allergy tested, but there must be something, tart shape tape, that I am allergic to in the winter that's outside, some kind of a tree or grass or something. And in the winter, I find that I am especially dark because of allergies under my eyes. So putting on some color corrector. And I don't know that anybody else even notices it, but I notice a difference between color correcting and not color correcting on my face, under my eyes, and makes a difference. All right, then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. And again, I like to be matte with strategically placed highlighter. I'm gonna go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm an ecru. I was almost about to put the foundation on the back of my hand where all the glitter is. That wouldn't have been strategically placed shimmer. That would have been a glitter bomb. All right, and I am using one of the new Real Techniques brushes that is supposed to be like kind of the artist brushes. I like this a lot. I like the way this feels in my hand. I like the way that it covers my face. I like this a lot. And this foundation I wear all year, but I think I especially wear it in the winter because it's full coverage, and this will not go anywhere. All right, and then in the spirit of strategically placed highlighter, I'm gonna put a little YSL Touche Éclat in my under eye area, and I'm just gonna blend this with my finger, pat, pat, pat. I probably should be using a blending. I probably should be using like one of those small beauty blenders or a beauty sponge or something, but actually like the effect that I get with my finger. All right, and then I will set it with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, again with the strategically placed brightening and shimmering and whatnot. All right, move on to brows. I will speed you through that. I'm going to speed you through part of it. I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown for my liner, and then I'm going to do something else that I'll show you while I'm doing it. All right, brows are done. And then to give myself a little extra dimension with my brows, I'm going to go in with my Benefit 3D Brow Tones. And this just gives you a little subtle difference of color, little subtle, not really a difference of color, but it's a little bit metallic, and it's not going to help set anything, but it is going to help just make everything look more multifaceted. So brows are done. For blush, I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Air Blush in Kink and Kisses. I love this blush. And this doesn't remind me of Tarte Exposed because it's not the same color. Tarte Exposed is very neutral and nude. But this blush, sometimes not you, not speaking for you, but sometimes I can go in with blush and it's just like 2 red dots on my face. And this, part of it I think is because there's kind of a variation from pink to red, but even if I'm on the darker side, I feel like I can go in and not make too much of an issue, too much of a mistake on my face. I'm not great with blush and whatnot, and I feel like that's pretty forgiving. To go in with my Tarte blush in taupe to give myself some cheekbones. And I don't really ever reshape my nose, but because I'm going to be highlighting my nose, I'll just do a little bit of contour just on the sides. And I'm going all the way up to my brow bone, and I'm just bringing it down gently down the sides of my nose. And I guess what I think about in the winter is ice and snow and things like that. There's something about having a chiseled nose and chiseled cheeks that feels very wintry. I'm gonna go in with some highlighter. This is my favorite kind of kaboom in your face highlighter. This is the Balm Mary Luminizer. I'm going in with the fan brush. This is my favorite application method. I don't like big highlighter brushes because I have less control. With this though, I feel like I can just put it exactly where I want it. So I'm gonna hit it right on my cheekbones. A lot more precise and specific than I did with the blush. The blush was a little bit further up and down. And then on this one, this is such a this would be good if I was stuck in the snow. I could move my face around and signal a helicopter. I've heard that one of the things that you should do if you're in the snow, and actually when I do go to the snow I do this, that you should have a CD or a DVD or something that you can use, although I also have mirrors, but to use to signal to helicopters or people who are trying to find you if you find yourself trapped in the snow. Things that happen in the winter. I'm gonna go in with the same brush on my Cupid's bow. Mascara, I will use my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I will speed you through this. Going with the Charlotte Tilbury, the Feline Flick, just over the parts of my liner that got pulled away a little bit by that lash curler. For powder, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte to set everything. This is a favorite all the time, but especially when I want to really focus on matte with pops of shimmer. For lips, I want to go a little bit darker, so I'm going to go in with my NARS Matte Velvet Lip Pencil in Cruella. And to set it all, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. I'm going to give it a good shake first. You always want to do that with setting and priming sprays, especially setting sprays, I think. But good shake. And this is good. I noticed this first in the fall because I use a lot of setting sprays, but I noticed this first in the fall because my skin started to get a little bit drier and I wanted something a little more replenishing. And this is definitely, still love the Milani Make It Last, and I still love the Urban Decay All Nighter but this is really nice, especially when the weather is a little bit drier. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Lexie, for suggesting this. This is awesome. YouTube feels like a huge place sometimes, and it's really nice when we can kind of come together as a little community. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching. A lot to do in the world and a lot to do on YouTube, and I really appreciate the time that you took to spend with me today. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.